Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Terra Nil. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In this episode, we are going to be working on the Archipelago. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I did do a little bit of playing beforehand to try and learn the map a little bit. Last episode, I struggled quite a bit, and I wanted to get a little bit of a head start before I tried to just jump in and record. So I kind of have some idea of what we can do in this map. What I'm going to start with is we're going to work on getting to thunderstorms. So the way that we're going to do this, well, we have a couple of things here. We have the dredger, we have the scrubber and the irrigator, of course. We have the mineralizer, the excavator, and the water pump. The thing that we got to do is do some dredging. So as you can see, there isn't a whole lot of land here. So what we can do with the dredger, of course, is pull up some land and start to fill in some spaces here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Get our dredger started, and then we're going to go ahead and start targeting some spaces to pull up the seafloor and create some more land for us. And then when we do this, this is going to provide us with the landmass that we need to finish the other objectives that we're going to have here. So we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to work on this for a little bit. We'll get this going like this. And then what we'll do is we will utilize our turbines, plop our turbine down about right there, and then we are gonna get to some scrubbing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lay this out a little bit, and I'm gonna get it started, and then I'll bring it back when I'm ready to move to the next step. Okay, so I had this kind of laid out here, and so the next thing I'm gonna do is grab our mineralizer, and we're gonna work over in this area. So what we'll do is we'll plop down another windmill, and we're gonna utilize this for something else in a little bit here. But what I wanted is to put another scrubber in over in here, just because there's that huge space that wasn't getting cleaned up. Next up, we're going to go ahead and green up the space. So that we're going to go ahead and use our irrigators and do the greening thing, as we've been doing several episodes now. And of course, trying to do our best to have the highest green number as we can. And we're just going to go ahead and work on our little island right here and green it up. Okay, now that we have that part done, we need to raise the temperature of this area up to 35 degrees. So we're only at 2 right now. So we're going to go ahead and raise the temperature. And the way that we do that, of course, is with our combustor. So let's look at what we got right now, and let's see what we can get out of it. So it looks like we got about 4 seed over here for our highest. So we're going to go ahead and plop these guys down. I'm just going to go along here and start to burn it and raising the ambient temperature of our little archipelago islandy thing over in here. Okay, so that's all that we can do in this little space because we are limited on how many combustors we can place near each other. But we still have tons of green, and we only need 15 more degrees. So what we're going to do is grab our mineralizer. We're going to go ahead and we should be able to tuck it like over in here. And then let's go ahead and grab our windmill, and we're going to kind of repeat this process several times here. Again, trying to get as high as we can with our temperature increases. So go ahead and go like that. So as you can see, it's slowly increasing and we're getting there. So the higher we get, the closer we're getting to our thunderstorms. Another thing that we want to do before we forget is do some cloud seeders. So let's go ahead and plop a couple of these guys down, and we'll raise the humidity. So the couple of times I was trying this out before recording, I was able to get the humidity as high as I needed it before running out of points. So that's what I'm going to be able to do again. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that here, and that's a good chunk right there at 19. And then for now, let's just leave it. We're going to be able to plop a couple more of those cloud seeders down here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get another rock generator guy over here in the corner. Plop down one of these, and then let's see what our combustor can do over here. We got 5 degrees on this one. Pretty good. And we can't place another cloud seeder over in here because it's too close to this one, it looks like. That's just fine. We can ignore that for now. We're kind of running out of green, so it looks like we got one more spot that we can kind of get a good chunk out of. Let's go about right here. Pop you down and do the same process yet again. So now we're at 4 degrees. See that we are short. And it looks like we're out of points, just about. So what we can do now is we can replenish our burnt up areas, and we're going to do that to get some points back. So let's see, we want to get as good as we can per irrigator here because we are going to be needing a bunch of them because we still have some work that we need to do. So we got to get the cedars to 100, and we got to get to 35C. So we need a good hunk of points. We're going to go ahead and try and get this as good as we can get it. Okay, we got a good hunk of points back up to 468, so we can continue working on getting our temperatures correct. Still I need 4 degrees, so we're going to go ahead and continue our same process. We didn't do anything right over in here, so we should be able to do this the whole rest of the way. Let's see, there's 3 degrees. Oh, come on. So very close. We'll go ahead and we'll plop it down. Is there anywhere else that we can maybe utilize the same tactic? I'm not seeing a great spot, but where we can do, we only need 1 degree, right? So it's not like it's that big of a deal. So one thing we could do is plop one of these guys over in here and then redo this whole thing on this side. But what I'm going to try to do is get one of these things to work for us over here. And it looks like I got it right there. Great. So that's going to put us at 37 degrees. That's what we need for thunderstorms. Now let's go ahead and grab our cloud cedars and see if we can get that 100. There it is. Thunderstorm begins. Great. So now, of course, what that's going to do is it's going to purify the water and it's going to purify the rest of the land, easily getting us the 100% greenery that we're looking for. And then we will be able to progress to the second phase. Let's go ahead and purify all the things. All right, as expected, we got it no problem. Now we move on to phase 2, increasing the biodiversity, restoring beaches, mangroves, and tropical rainforest. We'll also need to use the monorail network to transport coral polyps to the ocean. And that's just fine. So what we may need to do is use our dredger again and increase the landmass that we are working with, because we need to do that rainforest, and that rainforest was pretty big on the initial island that we were working on. So we will address that if we need to. But for now, let's go ahead and get some beaches going. I think that'll be the first thing I want to start with. Capture sand to form beaches, and dunes must be built on a toxin scrubber. So let's go over here and we'll plop one of these guys down. And since we need that toxin scrubber, let's go ahead and plop the toxin scrubber down over in here. If I remember correctly, it has to be on the lower area of the terrain here. We couldn't place it up here, it won't work. So there we go, we have some beaches now. Let's see if that works out for us. Okay, it did give us a little bit, but not quite enough. So something I'm going to do there, I'm going to go ahead and undo that, because I would like to get a little bit more out of this one. I want to get a little bit more out of this Latarium. So I'm going to go ahead and let's grab another dredger here. I'm going to plop this guy about right there, and let's kind of expand this a little bit. Looks like that wasn't the greatest spot for this, because we're only going to be utilizing it a little bit. No, this should work all right. All right, we'll go ahead and plop it there, and then we'll be able to fill in that last little bit. It looked like about right here. Oh yeah, that'll work just great for us. Okay, let's do that. Let's get another toxic scrubber going down, and then we will be able to make this whole area into a beach, and I think that's exactly what we're going to be needing. All right, so we did that, and then we need to green it up, of course, so we can do that as well. And then let's go ahead and get our Latariums down, just like before. So plus 42, and kind of work our way this way. Oh yeah, we're filling that in pretty good. So I think that's kind of the same theme we're gonna have to keep doing. Create some more land masses, and then keep working our way on just creating the variety of different biomes that we are going to be requiring. Okay, so yeah, let's work on some coral polyp. So we'll go ahead and plop you there and you there, and then of course we're going to need our monorail to move that around. So we should be able to pick it like this. Go ahead and grab our polyp, and let's find a good spot for this. I saw a nice 64. It looks like that's going to be about the best we can do for this first one. And we'll go ahead and we'll plop you down. And it looks like I can't quite reach this one. So we are going to need to utilize our mineralizer and plop in a couple more rocks and float the monorail on by those guys. So this should work about right there. Very good. Grab this guy, and let's see, I got a nice 39 right there. Okay, coming along. We're definitely going to need a little bit more land for some beaches. I would like to get a terrain here again, because we got a couple little spots that are still tainted, and I want to get those fixed before we continue to use our landmass. Let's grab our research center. This is going to make initial buildings a little bit cheaper. So go ahead and we'll place that. We're going to be utilizing a lot of those initial buildings, I think. Okay, wow, the rain is starting. You can kind of hear it rumbling, so that's perfect. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna get a turbine over in here, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and expand this little area for a little bit more beach action. And here come the rains again. Excellent. So we should be able to plop that guy about right there and then expand the land this way. Great. And we might even connect a little bit over in here, which is totally fine. Yep, okay, that did connect. Oh, this is good timing too, because the rain is gonna purify this seabed for us, and we'll be able to take advantage of it. But we do need a toxic scrubber anyways for the Laterium, so let's go ahead and we'll plop one down. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can get a good chunk of this all covered up. Great. Okay, so this should be plenty for us. I'm gonna wait, I think, until this gets a little bit more green, because it looks like that is affecting this a little bit. Okay, as that's coming along here, we're gonna need a couple more coral reefs. So let's get a couple more of these guys created here. I think 2 more should be enough. And then of course we're gonna have to get our monorail attached. We'll be able to grab at least this guy right here and plop it out over in here. Oh, 58, that's pretty good. And then I did notice that I had one guy right here that we can utilize with this same monorail. And it should work great. There's a 60. And did we get our coral? Yes, we did. All right. Very good. Okay, next, moving on. We haven't done anything for our mangroves. Now, if I remember correctly, the mangrove needed salinity. And we can do that by making our hydroponiums create the wetland and then utilize the salinator for those guys. So it looks like we should have plenty of little area right in here to do just that. And let's go ahead, and this should create our beach. Okay, got beach completed as well. Excellent. Okay, lots of mangrove coming in here. Let's go ahead and use our salinator where we are needing to and create a little bit more mangrove action. All right, and we'll continue to do that in these last couple spots over here. It looks like we're going to need a little bit more wetland, so we'll do that as well. Okay, a little bit more, and then see. Oh, we're getting really, really close here. This should do it. All right, so there's all of our mangroves. Great. Now, the last thing we are going to need is those rainforests. And let's see if we can get it to work. I'm not sure how this is going to work for us. We'll just go ahead and fill in some areas, and let's see what we can do. I don't want to take away beach in favor for this, so it looks like that's going to be about it for right there, which should be okay. And then let's come over in here and let's see what we can do. Can we expand all this? Okay, we can expand this, but there's nowhere to tie in over on this side. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue to bring it over here, and this should give us a little bit right there. And then I think I can bring a little bit over there as well. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a chore, it looks like, to make sure that we have enough of the rainforest. So what I think we'll do, I'm kind of working our way over here. I kind of want to fill in some more land over in here. So I think we'll grab this guy and we'll continue to do that. Fill in right here. I am going to need a mineralizer as well in order to place some rock. We do have these guys here, but they're a little bit far away for us right now to utilize. So let's go ahead and we'll fill you in like that. Okay, good. Oh, maybe this isn't going to be too far away. This should work. Let's see if we go. Yeah, I think we got to be down here. Let's try this. I'll grab you, and then, yep, not quite there, unfortunately. So let's undo that last one so we get our points back for the mineralizer. I'm just going to see if this is any better. It isn't. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll just, looks like we can expand this a little bit. And it looks like I can even reach these areas. Okay, I think this is going to be our ticket. So what we want to do, though, is we got to clean this up. Well, there the rain starts again right on cue for me, which is just excellent. And we'll go ahead and we'll wait till this gets purified, and then we'll be able to plop in a couple more shade cloth pillars. All right, the rains have subsided, and I did put in a little bit more land over here with another dredger. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with our posts here. And we'll go ahead and plop you down. Yeah, I saw a better one. Let's go back. I saw 27 here. That's what we want to utilize. We'll get that guy going. Let's see what we can do over here. We'll plop you down, but let's see what this gets. -6. Okay. Okay, can I do this and then come over in here? Yeah, we can, but we can't really close it off at all, unfortunately. What does this do? That'll get us a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're only about halfway there with our rainforest deal, and I'm not really sure what else I can do about it. Let me just see if we can get another one of these guys going and see if I can utilize that. Yeah, I can't. Let's see what this says. Requires cliffside. Okay, so we'll undo that. We have to build on this upper portion of things. So let's see. Can I come over in here and do anything? It looks like I can get one down. Can I tie it in anywhere? That's what's going to be tricky for us. And I'm now realizing why these little guys are out and about like this, because we are going to be needing to use our dredger to build land around them, and that's how we're going to finish this quest. So we'll go ahead and get our dredger down, and like I said, we got to put land here, and then we will be able to put down the shade cloth on that point. And I also kind of want to work our way, if we can. Yeah, just like that. I want to tie that in. And if I can make these things reach over in here to make this whole deal of rainforest, that would be ideal. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And since I have coral over here, I can't really do much more with it. And if I go ahead and try and do shade cloth here, oh, it looks like this. Yeah, see, this doesn't work over here, but we will be able to tie these two together. So let's see what that does for us. A whole lot of nothing. I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to wait a little bit to get this filled in. Let's go ahead and we'll grab our windmill here, and we're going to do a little bit of cleaning up. I don't want to wait for the rain again. It probably will arrive shortly here. But we're going to go ahead and... Wow. Okay. Well, that's like the 4th time that I've asked for rain and it has started. So that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this irrigator down, I think, just to kind of speed it up just a little bit here for us. All right, that's down. We're going to go ahead and let the rain do its thing, and I'll be back in just a second. All right, the rains are done with. When we have a whole bunch more grassland, let's see what we can do with our shade cloth. Hopefully, we can get this thing figured out and all squared away here. 16 looks like that's going to be our best number. Get it over here. Oh, Okay, let's see. Oh, we got 54. That'll work great. And it looks like we can't quite reach right there. So, I wonder what we can do. I can't quite clean up yet because we have to have the other bits. I need to get more elevated land somehow. Okay, it looks like we got a couple over here. Let's go ahead and the rain start just again. Excellent. Let's get a couple more land spots built up here. Plop you down like so. And I don't want to mess up the coral here. I don't think we will. We'll keep our eyes peeled. And if we do, we can always just make more. Coral isn't the hardest thing to do. But maybe we can get another post down here and that might do it for us. Oh, here's one here too. Okay, we got a couple over here. All right, I see 20. That's the best one I got over here. Okay, so the rain has quit. Let's see what we can finish up in here. Let's go +1, I guess. See what that does. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting close. -23. Let's go for the... let's see what that does for us. Almost. Man, this is not super easy to get this rainforest thing figured out. Let's go about right there. We're getting there. It's really close. Let's see if we can get anything else to work for us. This looks right here. Okay, maybe one. All right, I think this is going to do it for us. It sure is. Just had to do another little spot right there, and that was enough for us. Monorails can now be used for recycling. And then, of course, we have to find our animals. So I think what we'll do is we'll get our ship down, of course. Now, what might be difficult for this guy. So this guy has to be along water. We don't really have that. Let's see what we can get it to do. And a couple of these guys are going to be handy. So we got 155. We'll use that right there. Yeah, so this guy isn't going to be able to reach like back here. We'll have to just go along and see what we can pick up. As much as we can, that's what we're going to do. Go like right there. That's a pretty decent number. 200 and something. 235. Okay, we'll do that. And our little buddy's going to make its way over there. And then we do have the recycling silos as well. So if we can get these to be able to reach the shoreline, that would be ideal. But I think we're gonna absolutely have to set up some monorails to pick up the rest of this stuff. Plop you down. Okay, got that one good. Can we make it over here? Yes, we can. All right, good. And I'm thinking that's... Oh, we can sneak in here. Great. I didn't think we were going to be able to. Yeah, we'll be making some good moves here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep picking up and bring it back in just a second again. All right, we got our monorail system laid out. We have to do this a little bit differently this time around. Because we have to get to the water right in here, we have to move all of these little recycling silos. Let's go ahead and try that. You know what I just thought of? Is how are we going to pick up the monorail parts? Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we pick that up, it moves it over here, and then we have our little buddy that can go pick it up because we can utilize this. Goes over there, picks it up, and cleans it up. But now we've got to work on picking up everything else. So we're gonna have to let's go around. We'll get these things moved. And it looks like we'll put you here. I don't know why that disappeared. We'll go ahead and we'll move this guy. Grab you. It should be able to move over here. Yep. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pick up all these other things around here, and I'm going to try and figure out what to do with this monorail nodes. Okay, so I think I figured out what I have to do. So I have all these guys picked up around here, but of course we have the monorail nodes. And the way to pick up the monorail nodes is I did it over here by accident. So you can see right here, this guy turns green. So what we'll have to do is connect the waterways, like right in here, and we'll have to do that in order to pick up all of these nodes. So that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. We're going to have power, and then of course we're going to have to go back and pick up that power. And that's, I guess, what I'm going to be working on here for a little bit. So that's what my plan is right now. We're going to fill this in, and then of course I got to pick it up and then fill it in, and then I'm going to try and do some of these... but you know, I just thought of something. So I don't know if this little buddy can climb up this waterfall. Let's see right here together. It looks like it can. Okay, that'll be great. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Yes, it buzzed up there, no problem. But I have a couple other little squares here that I gotta delete. So what we'll do, I'm gonna go around with my excavator, gonna dig out the holes, gonna put power in, and of course, in all these little spots I need it. And we'll go ahead and we'll get it figured out. So I'm going to work on that. All right, we're looking pretty good. I didn't have to do a whole lot, not as much as I thought I was going to have to, luckily. So we got our little buddy going around picking up these little nodes and then cleaning up the monorail posts. I had to dig out a little bit right here, so we have a little intersection where we were able to access. You can see our little guy here will buzz along in just a second. And then it will cross over in here and be able to pick this up, and then somehow, I guess, it's going to work its way over here and pick this up. It was a valid target, as in, like, it showed this. Oh, okay, yeah, it just goes through the mangrove. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be this, and then this guy's going to go all the way back around town over in here, and then we are going to need to find our animals. So, of course, we'll do that with our windmill for power, and then we're going to go ahead and grab the animal observatory, and we'll see what we can find around here. So we'll go ahead and hit the down arrow. So we know about tortoise, parrot, and flamingo. And then we had a couple other guys that we couldn't quite discover in the last one. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get any of these guys figured out. All right, so we got the whale. We picked out an area over here. This large pelagic mammal swims in the deep waters of the ocean far from land. There we go. Okay, and then we have our flamingo. This guy is going to need wetland and beach. Okay, so what we could do, since we can access back there, now remember we had to do this before, it was wetland, not mangrove. Okay, we got our flamingos down, so I made this little area into a wetland and then got our flamingo placed. Go ahead and we'll get that picked up. Okay, and then we have parrot. We know it needs to be elevated and it needs to be in tropical forest. Now, we don't have a whole lot of elevation around here. We got a little bit, like right there. Yeah, that's the right elevation, but not quite enough trees around. So let's see if we can find a spot around here. There we go. We got a parrot to work right there. That's our 3. The other one that we had was, I'm thinking this is a manta ray type thing. A river, estuary, and coral reef. I don't know if we have anything that matches those descriptions. And then, of course, we need to have the ocean tile. So just try a couple of spots in here and see if we can get this manta ray figured out. Yep, this is about as good as we can get it right here. Not quite enough coral and not quite enough river tiles in range of the ocean. This is kind of the area I was thinking if it was going to work, that's where it would work. But it doesn't matter. We got our 3 critters. Oh, let's just try a tortoise just because. Oh, it's got to be on an island. I don't think this is gonna work anywhere over here. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay, we got tortoise as well. All right, so we got an additional whale. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and we'll pick up the rest of our junk, and we will go ahead and take off. I think I have everything up here picked up. Yeah, we did it. All right, let's go ahead and take to the skies. We have completed the archipelago, and we even got the bonus objective done. Well, most of them. And unlike in the last episode where I tried to get the rains to fall and I just couldn't get it to work, this one worked a little bit easier for me. So that's going to be it for this episode of Terra Nil. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you on the next one. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I'll talk to you again soon.